Model homes.
Model homes for the tiny house neighborhood. Very nice. Luxurious. We got our parking spot available. It's a drive-through. Lowe's was a drive-through, did you? 100 square feet. Insulation for. This stuff has to be 3.5 inches thick for R13. So even that's too thick. Made from old jeans. Grind up my pants and this is what you get.
I'm just gonna be your kicky sidekick.
Okay, Kiki sidekick.
I have no idea what we're talking about today.
How you doing? I'm Steve.
I'm Haley.
And we are Turn Right Here.
Left.
Today, as we alluded to in our last video, we are going to talk about insulation. We have a 1956 Airstream. We have the inside skins pulled off. That is the state of the trailer right now. And the insulation that I took out of there was this fiberglass batting, just very fluffy spun fiberglass stuff. The space in between the outside skin and the inside skin is only about 1.5 inches.
That's not a whole lot of room.
No, it's not much room at all.
Like in homes, new construction is what, 6 inches?
Yeah, 6 inches. Or if it's 2x4 construction,
So
it's like
homes.
3.5. Or if it's 2x6 construction, it's like what, 5 inches or so, 5.5.
So we have 1/5 of the space.
Exactly. So you're not going to get R32 or something crazy like that.
R40s.
Yeah, that's how they measure insulation ratings. R stands for insulation, and the higher the number, the better insulation it is. What was in there originally, I don't know what it is, but it was probably R10 or R9 or something like that, which isn't bad. For insulation, I have a few goals. One, we want it to be good quality insulation. We're not talking about the space shuttle here. We just need to be something good, something that'll keep us comfortable inside. It needs to be do-it-yourself insulation because we're going to do it ourselves. So I don't want it to be something that is too complicated to install. It has to be reasonably priced. I don't have suitcases of money laying around. I can't use suitcases of money for insulation. That's not going to happen.
You're not Thurston Howell.
Good heavens, no. Not Thurston Howell. That's for you, Eleanor. Okay.
I haven't got the knack of being idly rich. You see, you should do like me. Just snooze and dream. Dream and snooze. The pleasures are unlimited.
And it needs to be eco-friendly-ish. I mean, we're not full-on environmentalists or anything like that, but and we don't want it to be bad for the environment when it was made or anything like that. It needs to be able to handle small amounts of moisture, not so much that we're expecting it to leak or anything, but there probably will be some condensation, and somewhere down the road there may be a leak in there someplace. Hopefully not, but that's always a possibility. I don't want something that soaks up water. It's possible that it could be exposed to pests, as in mice and bugs.
What?
We hope not. But
Wait.
I don't want it to be made out of hamster cage batting stuff. Yeah, we don't want that, all right?
We don't want a little rodent city in the walls.
They're going to do what they're going to do, I guess, if they get in there, but we don't want it to be something they're attracted to.
There you go. That makes sense.
Okay. And also, the Airstream is made of metal. It's made of aluminum. So there is a question. I just learned about this. There's a thing called a thermal bridge, right? That's why you can cook things in a pot, because the pan acts as a thermal bridge between the heat source and the food.
Conducts.
Yeah, it conducts heat. And metal does that pretty well. And since Airstreams don't have any wood or plastic in the construction of the actual walls, the outside wall and the inside wall and the ribs, it's possible that heat could come through there and cold could come through. I hadn't thought of that before, but somebody said when it snows and they're living in their trailer, the snow melts on the outside in the shape of the ribs. So it looks,
really?
Yeah, so it looks kind of like a turtle or something like that, which makes sense. I mean, that's where the heat from the inside would radiate to the outside through the ribs first. So if that's something we should be concerned about, Airstream wasn't back in the day, but well, maybe we can address that. I figured you know, in this day and age, there's kind of set standards on most things, right? But insulation, I mean, come on, it all serves the same person. There should be one accepted way of doing it, right?
There's not.
No, there's not at all. Not even close. I went on Facebook and a couple of forums and asked some people around and asked them what is the accepted best way to insulate a vintage Airstream trailer. And nobody could agree.
Everybody is very passionate about the way they do it.
They really are. They really are. But you know, the best bit of advice I got was somebody said just that. Everyone has their own opinion on what the best kind of insulation is. The best thing for you to do some research, see what makes sense to you, and go with that, and just seal it up between the skins and be done with it. And say, boy, I feel nice and toasty warm all winter long.
I like that.
I must have made a good decision.
I like that approach.
That's what we're going to go for.
So what was the type of insulation that was in there that you took out?
A fine question, Haley. It was fiberglass batting. It's that pink stuff.
It just sounds like quilting.
Yeah. But anyway, that is what most trailer people I've talked to recommend today. It has a good R value. It's proven to be effective. I mean, it's been effective for years and years. It's available anywhere. It's really cheap, super affordable. It's easy to put in and keep in place. It doesn't absorb moisture unless you like totally submerge it. And it's long lasting when you're in a trailer and it's moving and things are vibrating. Okay, it's not going to fall apart or anything because of the vibration. So it's pretty good. Cons, some bad things about it. Mice might be able to make little mice hotels in it and stuff. But, I mean, we found a little bit of that when we were in there, but not
a whole
very
lot.
much.
I was surprised.
Yeah, me too.
For where it was stored for all those years.
Yeah.
We had the vacancy sign on.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah,
we had
surprised.
a lot more in our house when we ripped open a wall, for instance. That was
disgusting.
disgusting. I don't even want to talk about it.
I think you had a full body gag.
It was terrible. It was really terrible.
What else is available out there?
Well, right now, Airstream is using the stuff called EcoBat.
It's eco-friendly?
Eco-friendly.
Let me guess.
And is a type of batting.
Like quilting.
Like quilting.
I've never heard it called batting before.
Yeah.
That's
what they call it. It's just a fluffy stuff. Anyway,
okay.
And that's what Airstream is using now. So you're right. So you're thinking that's got to be pretty good. So it pretty much has all the same benefits of fiberglass. It's easy to install. 5% moisture by weight is the most it can absorb. It's mold resistant. It's non-combustible, so it won't catch fire. Cons, I don't know how available it is, and it's way more expensive than fiberglass batting. And the R value is probably close to the same. Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe not on that. Yeah. I mean, there's some pluses there.
okay.
Now there's this other stuff called Roxul, R-O-X-U-L, and that's somebody said it's made from.
Sounds very exotic.
I know, right?
Roxul.
Go vacationing on the Roxul coast this year.
My trailer is lined with Roxul.
Yeah, it sounds fancy. It's not. It's made from. Someone said it was made from spun lava rock. I don't know if that's true or not, but that sounds cool, doesn't it?
Roxul. Lava Roxul.
Isn't that sung by the Police?
No.
That's Roxanne. Okay. It has all the same. It's a type of batting, basically. It's just another way of trapping some air pockets in a space. And it has the same benefits as fiberglass. It's fireproof because it's made from lava rock. It's already done that. It's waterproof. It's mold proof. It's easy to work with. It's not too expensive. They have it down at Lowe's. I've seen it down there.
Really?
But the problem is, it only came in 3.5 inches thick.
Can you cut it down?
Well, you'd have to cut it. A big sheet. You'd have to cut it through that part to make it thinner. I guess you could.
Like fillet it.
Yeah, you have to fillet it. I actually think you can buy it in 1.5 inch thickness, but they don't stock that down at the local store.
Oh, so it's a custom order.
I think you would have to order it. I don't know if they can order it for us or not. We'd have to look into that. I mean, it seems pretty good, right? That could be a good one. I don't know the cost. I don't know the cost versus just regular fiberglass, though. And I don't know if the R value is that much better to warrant all the hassle.
You don't know the R value of it?
No, I think it's about the same. All batting is pretty much the same. It's just the thicker it is, the better R value you get. If it's thinner, I mean, what's it going to do? Trap more air in that same space? I mean, you can't really do it, right? Anyway, there are other kinds out there though. There's this stuff called Reflectix, which is like shiny bubble wrap. Yeah, like if you took space blankets,
Yeah.
and put bubble wrap in between two sheets of it,
Okay.
and you did that. Okay, and that is used and recommended by most people who are doing their trailers. It has a really high temperature reflecting properties in a small space. It's easy to install because you can cut it with just scissors. It's really thin. It's only like about a 1/4 inch thick, if that. But the cons are on it. The R value depends on how much airspace you can trap in between the layers. I mean, if you do more than one layer, if you have airspace in between all those, that would kind of insulate the air from whatever temperature is on the outside. And it has to be glued to the wall somehow. But there's an interesting thing with Reflectix. I mean, it reflects radiant heat, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what else also reflects radiant heat?
Something shiny.
Like, I don't know, that?
Oh, like the Airstream itself?
Yeah. See, this is a section of the inside wall. Okay.
Okay.
Now that's what it looks when you're inside the trailer looking at it. This is what the insulation will be looking at. Be this, 1.5 inches, and then the outside skin, which looks just like this on the inside.
That's a lot of shiny material.
I don't know. Yeah, it is, right?
So are they just bouncing back and forth between each other?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it
More
redundant or is it more is better?
See, I don't know that. That's a good question. Some people say
It
more
is
better.
rocket science.
Maybe it is.
Oh my gosh.
0 and liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis.
Another thing people have been recommending is spray foam.
Ooh. That sounds kind of sexy.
It kind of. Whatever you're into, baby. I don't know.
No, I've seen that like on the home shows.
Yeah.
They spray it in and it goes, and then they like scrape it all down and it's all
Right.
pretty and perfect and it fits the space perfectly.
Yeah, right?
Are we onto something here?
Let's find out. I don't know. Let's see. What I found out anyway. Some good things about it. It's very good coverage. Has a really high R value. And it's also a permanent insulation too. I mean, it's not going to come out. It's there, right?
So it won't rattle free, it won't fall, it won't.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Some of the bad things about spray foam though, it's not cheap. That's expensive stuff. And you know, you've seen the guys on the home channel spraying it on there. The guys all put on their white suits and their big things, and they have the truck outside and these hoses. Yeah.
Like from E.T.
Oh yeah, the guys in ET. Yeah. When they it's like,
Phone home.
You got to dress up like one of the.
Home. No, I didn't just say that. Oh my gosh. Stevie Foam Home. I got him.
Spray foam. It's expensive. It's a very messy, involved application. You have to dress up like one of the bad guys from ET, and as you foam home.
Oh my gosh, I know. I can't
but
do it.
It covers the wiring. You put the wiring in first, and so if you have to ever do any alterations with your wiring, it's going to be covered in this stuff that is just bonded to it. It would be difficult.
Oh.
Yeah. There's another type of insulation though.
What? There's more?
But wait, there's more.
Okay. Wait, so we have the batting.
The batting.
We have the bubble wrap.
We have
the foil bubble wrap.
many different kinds of batting. Pretty much one kind of bubble wrap, foil bubble wrap.
We have the lava.
That's
the
that's
batting?
still batting. Yeah.
Okay. And then we have the spray.
Spray foam, a closed cell foam type thing. Yeah. But now they also
what
have.
else is there?
There's rigid foam, kind of like styrofoam type stuff. Like to make those coolers out
Like
of.
a beer cooler?
Yeah. It's not
No,
styrofoam.
really?
It's a heavier duty stuff than that, of course. But yeah. And if you're doing a house or a flat surface, They know
Oh.
it's like
Do they cut it to the right?
Yeah, like 14 inches,
Or 16 on
16
center or
on
whatever?
center, whatever. Yeah, and you cut that, it'll fit right in there. Boom, you're insulated. There's some problems with that. Exactly. This comes into play. This whole shape of the trailer, right?
Roundedness of Airstream.
Let's talk about the good things first.
Okay.
It's readily available. You can go down to Home Depot right now or Lowe's or something like that, and you can get plenty to do your trailer tonight. It has really high R value. It's good. It does a good job insulating. But the bad things, the curved surface. How's that going to work? That's tricky. That's a lot of creative cutting. Yeah, it becomes. But then you have those spots where it's not so thick.
Oh.
Which is the other
air.
thing. There is air, but is the air trapped in there? You just want the air to kind of be trapped in the spot. Yeah. And it would be tough to get complete coverage on a curved surface, is what it is. And the width in between the ribs on our old trailers, anyway, is not really uniform. Like some might be 14 inches, some might be 10, some might be 16. It's different all the way around. That's just the way they made them. But something I thought of too with the rigid foam sheets, if it's in a trailer environment where you're driving down the road and it's all bouncing around all over the place, and you have your that could happen, right? They say it's like an earthquake in the trailer out there, right?
Yeah, okay.
All the time, anytime you go anywhere.
Like Lucy in the movie when she's flying all over everything.
Making ragu of beef. Anyway, that's stuck in between those layers and it's making contact with metal, so it's moving a little bit. Would it deteriorate over time? I don't know.
You know that foam stuff, that packing foam, does.
It totally does, right?
And it's like the little tiny pellets, and it just like little packing peanuts.
Yeah, you try to throw it away in the garbage and it like goes all over the neighborhood. Yeah, you don't want that.
It sticks to everything.
Exactly.
Static electricity.
Okay, so that basically the different kinds of insulation that I'm considering, that I know of anyway.
Okay. We're gonna have to just go with what we go with.
Yeah.
And
We could stress out
invest.
about this for years.
I think we invest in our cooling system and our heating system.
There you go. So no matter what kind of insulation we have,
Yeah, I think, as long as we're not getting ice build up on the inside of our trailer and we're not really an oven, I mean, I'm good.
and I think pretty much any of the insulation choices that are out there, you're gonna some insulation is better than no insulation, right?
Right. We're easy to please.
Yeah.
We're easy to entertain.
Right. Clearly.
But I think if we get something that's going to work and do the job, something that is available to us
Yeah.
and within budget, we
No suitcases of money laying around the house.
unfortunately.
So we're probably going to go with some kind of batting material and call it good and be happy with that and have a good heating system, a good cooling system, and live like kings. If you have something that you think would be of interest that we haven't talked about, add it to the comments down there below. We're still kind of in the information gathering stage. We're kind of leaning toward batting material.
Talk us out of it if you
Yeah,
can.
if you can, sure. I mean, a lot of people swear by that Reflectix stuff, and they make a compelling argument. That's for sure.
So we'd be interested to hear what you have used or what you are planning to use, or if you've heard of a success story for insulation. Reach out to us. Let us know, because we are in the decision-making process right now. Yeah, if you found this interesting at all or informative, and I'm sure you did because I learned a ton.
Good.
Give us a big thumbs up, like it, subscribe. We our little following is growing every week, and we're connecting with more and more people, and we absolutely enjoy connecting with you. And in turn, you guys are keeping us accountable and keeping us moving on something with this trailer every week.
Yeah. And for that, thank you very much, because we need a little kick in the pants every now and then to keep us working on things. So
Exactly.
I do appreciate it.
So like it, subscribe, share the love.
Yes.
We love it.
And we'll see you next time here on Turn Right Here.
Left.
Good night.
Turn right here left.
Exactly.
What would the most interesting man in the world do? He'd insulate it with some sort of something he found in the jungle or something.
He would just
He'd spin his
insulate
own
it
lava rock.
with his presence.
There you go.
Okay.
Stay insulated, my friends.
Thud hug.
You can put it in. No. No.
Pinch. I'm only crushing their head.
No.